Hello, everyone. This is why they're locking down the country. All those people out there that are sitting there saying, oh, it's just the flu, it's not as bad as the flu. Well, the CDC already said it's got 40 times worse than the flu on your chances of dying. Here we go. 2 doctors hospitalized in critical condition with COVID-19, including one in Washington. A doctor in his 40s works for Evergreen Health. That is a hospital system in Kirkland, Washington that has treated dozens of patients from the Life Care Center. And he is in critical condition on a respirator. Not sure if he is going to make it. All right. Now you got people out there sitting there saying, oh, it's not bad, it's not bad. Oh, it's only killing the 70 and 80-year-old people. False. Totally false. Yes, this doctor was exposed to it probably repeatedly, but I'm sure he was wearing protective gear, but probably not at the first ones that came in. He's probably one of the ones that was exposed when they first came in. But people, take this seriously. Stay out of crowds. Now I heard that Inslee made it, you can't go in crowds because a couple days ago went to 50, and now it's down to no crowds no more than 10 people. So people, be cautious out there. When you go stand in that grocery line with 500 people in line, guess what? You're being exposed to it. It's guaranteed. And there's a couple other ones. There's a doctor at Children's National Hospital has coronavirus. And YouTube, this is off the news. It's not made up by me. So, no, you can't delete this video. So everybody, be careful. The second doctor with COVID-19 is in his 70s. And he's in New Jersey. Works in Paterson, New Jersey. So, of course, he fits that age group. Okay. But that doctor in his 40s doesn't fit the age group they're telling us about. That's why they're saying, and so many people are critical against all that information that came out of China, that it was only attacking older people. Well, yes, that is its main target, is the older people, but it is hitting younger people, like this doctor. So chances are with anyone underneath that 60 mark, 50 mark, your chances are really slim. And that doctor was he probably had people coughing on him when they first brought him in. Because what was that, a couple weeks ago that this started, and that's the incubation period. Now he's on a ventilator. So that would go in hand with the ones that came in when they weren't wearing respirators, or, the face masks and the eye shields and stuff. So, to let y'all know, it's hitting younger age people. It's a rarity, but it's gonna happen. And like they said, they don't even know if this doctor's gonna make it. He is in critical condition, but right now he's stable. So, Evergreen has treated 106 patients with COVID-19 since the first confirmed case. See, this is what's funny. They're saying there's, several hundred people confirmed, but they've already treated 106 patients. So that's a pretty high number that ends up in the hospital for the ones, but of course that's probably the only ones that are mostly getting tested. So just be vigilant, people. Watch yourselves, be safe, wash your hands before you eat. Please do that. especially if you got kids. And make sure your kids wash their hands. Stay on that big time. If you can't find hand sanitizer or anything, go to the local liquor store and buy a bottle of Everclear. That's like 90 some proof. That'll kill it. Just make sure you use it sparingly, because you don't want to just dump it and drown yourself with it. Just do it like you do hand sanitizer, just a little bit, and then rub it all over your hands, whatever. And there's also, if you look on YouTube, there's ways of mixing something in it to make it into a jelly like hand sanitizer. So that's my little update on this. It's a little bit scary in what they're saying. Yes, there's only a handful of people that got it so far. That's the thing. When they were saying 100,000 people in the world had it and there was 3,000 deaths. Okay. But in the United States, we had at that time, we had 20 million people confirmed with the flu, with 16,000 deaths. And a lot of people are saying, well, that's a lot more deaths. That's a lot more deaths. It is. But until you do the math, this thing is just starting. Just like the flu just started. It's new and it just came into the country. And like they're saying, we have no immunity to it. None. Unlike the flu, where you have some immunity to it. Because if you've ever had it before, you know, the flu changes a little bit, but there's still parts of it you're going to have immunity to. Just like those shots you get, it may not be for that exact flu, but it can still make the flu less severe. Anyway, so if 20 million people end up with this virus, this COVID-19, that is the 100,000 times 200 to get to 20 million. Okay? Anyway, so times the 3,000 deaths times 200. That's 600,000 deaths per. So if the same amount of people get the COVID-19 as that were recorded at that time that had the flu, with 16,000 deaths, if 20 million people get COVID-19 and that death rate stays same up the channel without, unlike Italy, which was really higher, a lot higher, that's like 8%, they said. That's crazy. But if it stays at the same as what's been reported when it was at 100,000, that is 600,000 dead people. So yes, it is way worse than the flu. If it spreads and it gets to be a major thing like the flu, it's going to be way worse. Do the math. I mean, it's simple math. 100,000 times 200 makes 20 million, which equals how many people with the flu? 200 million or 20 million. Anyway, and then so you times the amount of deaths, 300 or 3,000 times 200. That's 600,000. So think about that for a sec. It's not the same thing. And it's way more dangerous if you get it than the flu. It's simple math. All you have to do is equal things out. All right, all. Be safe. Stay out of those stinking crowds. Stay home as much as possible. I know, like people like me, it sucks. I can't sit still. But you know what? If you have a backyard, grab a damn shovel and go dig a hole. Give yourself something to do. Dig a hole. Go plant a garden. Go get yourself some garden seeds and plant a garden. Even if you just got a little bit of grass. Dig the grass up. A little section of grass. Dig it up. It's okay. Because once this goes away, you can always replant grass. Grass is easy to replace. Couple weeks or a month, and it's all grown over and you never even knew you had it dug up. So people, go get some garden seeds, plant them. Plant simple stuff like onions and potatoes and carrots. Something that's actually got some nutrients in it. Potatoes is one of the top. Yeah, you go to the store and get your potatoes. But if it gets really bad and then they lock everybody down, it'd be a lot easier to go to your backyard and get some. We have a little backyard, but we got a little bit of space to plant a little garden, but there's my other video show, but guess I can dig up some grass just like anybody. I was just telling everybody else, dig up some grass, make it a little bit bigger. It's all about survival, people. You know what? Especially if you're a single parent, or even if you're both parents are at home, you're in your 30s or 40s. What happens? Like they say, they've treated these people. They had to stay days in the hospital. What are you gonna do with your kids? Think about that. So try to stay the heck away from that crap and stay away from downtown. Stay home. If you live in an apartment, stay in your apartment. Watch movies. I've been watching a lot of movies lately because I'm trying not to go down so much. So, anyway. Y'all be safe. See y'all next video. Wash your hands. That's an order. Actually, it's a request to all my friends. Wash your hands before you eat and keep them away from your face. Y'all have a good one and stay safe. Bye all.